Last week, we began our journey with Dear SA, a platform where South Africans can learn about all legislation making its way through Parliament, but also a platform where we show you how to actively participate in shaping that policy. So, why is this important?
See, the problem now, currently, is these policies get formed and society doesn't even know about it. Everything seems to be a problem after the fact because people, number one, don't understand what the policy is. Number two, aren't informed about this change of policy. And number three, are not offered an opportunity to have their say. So the whole idea of participative democracy and co-shaping of policy is prevention is better than cure. What I'm hoping with Dear South Africa is to actually shift that power down there again and give the people the power to actually form legislation that works in their favor and improves their lives.
There are a couple of broader principles at play here, which I think many citizens won't be aware of. We sort of assume that what happens in the National Assembly is a coming together of ideas organically grown within South Africa, but there are areas of legislation in South Africa, abroad, where it's cut and paste by consensus outside of the borders of South Africa.
Yes.
Talk to me about those sets of laws that eventually are adopted in South Africa that we are pretty much stranger to, but subject of.
No, absolutely. There's a number of underlying policies, and they're more agreements with international bodies than actual democratic laws, which is surprising because the public or parts of government actually have no say over those. A lot of it stems down to United Nations influence over South Africa and certain agreements around a large range of policies, which filter down right through to a local government level and influence the way cities are developed and policies are formed. Service delivery falls into that category as far as water and electricity and local services that go to the people. They're all legislated under what appears to be a much larger agenda. In a democratic state, the ultimate power lies with the person who casts a vote. And we are represented by individuals in Parliament or local government. However, there's a disconnect, and our representatives don't seem to represent our best wishes at most of the time. So participative democracy and being involved in co-shaping policy is absolutely the way any proper democracy should run.
So break it down for us then. This platform is here now. Dear South Africa has been around certainly for some time. For people, members of the public who are watching this now, what's the end game for them and how do they actually channel their interests, their wants, their desires into this platform?
The platform, Dear South Africa, scans government documents, local and provincial and national. And when we find a call for comment, we publish it on our platform, inform our database through social media, through email, and through whatever other means that we possibly can. And then we invite the public to comment through our platform. And the reason we want people to do it through our platform and not directly with government is because then we have a record of that participation. So government can't turn around and say, we only had 10 submissions and they were all positive and in favor of this. We actually produce a report at the end of each 30-day period or end of each project and say, here are the facts. This is what majority of public said. This is how many participated. This is the outcome, in our view, from what went through our platform. So it creates a good foundation for any legal challenge should government go against the outcome or the wishes of the public and someone wishes to challenge that we now have the evidence that allows them to launch that legal challenge.
So we've spoken about where South Africans have sort of missed the boat as far as making their voices heard. In contemporary history, moving forward now, are there sort of red flags that South Africans need to be aware of as we speak?
Yes. One very important one is the amending of Section 25 of the Constitution. That's coming up again. A rumor has it it'll be released within the next couple of weeks, again for public comment. And what we'd like to see this time is a tenfold increase in the public participation, but reaching further than just people with internet access. So actually inviting people to a room or a talk or whatever, and allowing them to immediately provide their input, which will be captured through the platform and submitted directly to the parliamentary committee.
At the end of the day, if that range of views pulls left and government's thinking is pulling right, where do we meet in the middle with that final ball?
Yeah, it's an interesting question, because although government has to acknowledge and consider every public submission, they don't have to follow it. And 9 times out of 10, they don't. But what we're showing them is that if 90% of the public are opposed to this policy that you're trying to implement, by implementing this policy against the will of 90% and servicing only 10%, you're creating social tension. And government is setting itself up for failure, for civil unrest, and so on. So Dear South Africa isn't just a platform which benefits the public, but it benefits government to become a better government as well. So eventually government needs to actually listen to the people if they want to remain as the government. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Be active in shaping your country by subscribing to our campaigns on www.dearsouthafrica.co.za, and also follow our various conversations and have your say on our social media platforms. The details on your screen right now.